We start off Retrospect in 1994 with Indigenous fashion on display at the Native Friendship Center.
A full house was the result at the Native Friendship Center's first Aboriginal fashion show. The show was a part of the entertainment at the First Nations annual meeting. Organizers say the community's response was more than they expected for a show that was meant purely to be an entertainment event.
I think people are, I wouldn't say more accepting, curious and wanting to know more. I think people are wanting to learn more of the Aboriginal culture. And by coming tonight, they get to see a lot of the culture in the designs, the fashions, and hopefully they'll take a chance and meet the designers in person right afterwards.
The show captured some of Canada's top Aboriginal designers. The clothes were a variety of traditional and contemporary styles for both men and women. Each item showcased distinctive Native patterns or symbols. The colors were mainly red, white, blue, and green, which symbolizes the Native cycle of life. Jeff Chief, an Onion Lake designer, admits that much of his inspiration has come from tradition and the support of his family.
They used to always sew by hand, and they taught me how to be patient and stuff, because before I was always impatient. I always just want to get everything done. They used to always tell me, slow down, take it easy, and just take your time, don't rush anything. And that's what they taught me.
The show consisted of all local models, and by the look of the response of the crowd, local support is strong for Native fashion. Even Onion Lake Chief Wallace Fox took part modeling the designs.
I feel very honored to be a part of these people, our First Nations people, and their design, their clothes. It's an honor on my part to be a participant in it, and hopefully to help promote the whole area of the design industry, where it's up and coming now in our First Nations, as you've seen through some of the designs you've seen in the fashion show.
After the show, all the fashions were up for sale at quite reasonable prices. With the success of the first show, it could become the beginning of an annual event, which will mean a lot more business for one local designer.
And in 1998, a group searched the Midwest for something out of this world.
Skyrock 98 is on a mission to find meteorites. One of those meteorites is thought to be right here in the Midwest.
They figured it fell right in this area on the southern end of Manitou Lake, probably on one of the peninsulas that are just over in this direction. And they have a fairly good idea of where this thing fell, within about a square kilometer or so. So they figure it's somewhere on one of these two peninsulas.
The team is concentrating on 9 particular falls throughout the Prairie provinces. The search is not a blind man's bluff, though. From 1971 to 1985, a system of automated cameras was set up across the prairies to photograph the meteors as they fell. In 1977, a meteorite was found in Innisfree. So far, it's been the only one. The practice of photographing the meteorites ceased in 1981, and so did the discoveries.
Mostly, I suppose, a question of budgeting and allocating the expenses towards doing this. It's not a high success kind of thing, looking for these things, so consequently the government was in no rush to allocate any more people or funds towards it.
Skyrock 98 won't give up. In fact, they think there's a good chance the Manitou Lake meteor will eventually be found.
If this meteorite was visible, we're talking about something that was predicted to be 3.4 kilograms, so about the size of a cantaloupe. Chances are we'd be able to see it, provided that the land was used for grazing over the last, it's been 23 years since the fall, which I think it has. So there's a chance that it's still sitting there unaltered and basically in the same place it was before, and not disturbed in any way.
Until then, the search will go on and a piece of outer space will rest right here in the Midwest.
That's it for this week's edition of Retrospect.
Retrospect this week is brought to you by Webb's Ford. Worth your while to drive the extra mile. Webb's Ford in Vermilion.